I'm Sarah Rossiter, and I am Denada Ceramics. So yeah, I've been making ceramics about 4 years, and that's my creative alias. So ceramics to me is making objects from clay. Ceramics have been around a really long time and have come from a lot of really early cultures, which is something I only really thought about more recently when I started making ceramics. Yeah, it's a really cool kind of organic process. I kind of got into ceramics accidentally. I've always been a maker and a crafter and made things in some form, but I started making ceramics. I went to kind of an op shop with a friend and we found this really cool ashtray, and it had like a face kind of painted on it, and it was real similar to the faces and artwork I was doing at the time. And my friend was like, "Oh, did you make this?" And I was like, "No, but I could." So then I started making ceramics. I found a little place kind of not too far from my house where I didn't have to do a course. I could just go in when I wanted and make whatever I wanted. So that's kind of how I started. I went in, and the first thing I made was an ashtray and a little chop bowl, because I thought it would be like a great thing to sell at markets, and it was just kind of funny. And then the next time I went in, I've made like 6 cups in one go, and the woman was like, that's kind of not normal. And I was like, isn't it? So every week I'd go back and just make whatever I felt like, and people kept buying it, so I could keep going to class. So I guess I've been making ceramics about 4 or 5 years. I think one thing that kind of makes my ceramics stand out is the fact that no two pieces are the same. There's a lot of kind of studio potters that kind of find a style and stick with it, and that's what they make. But I kind of like just going with the clay and going with the flow of it and just making whatever I feel like on the day. I guess what I like most about my ceramics is the fact that it's kind of an organic process, and I let the clay decide what it wants to do to a certain degree. I also like having the freedom to just make whatever I want and not be stuck in too much of a format. That way I can experiment with different clays and glazes and get different results.